Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Monday Night Live.
Monday Night Live. All right.
Every Monday.
Yes.
On the YouTube.
Yes. I love it. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back with us this evening. We're going to be answering a bunch of questions, maybe talking about some stuff.
Talking about some stuff.
We'll talk about some stuff.
Don't forget to hit the thumb. Let YouTube know that we're doing good stuff over here.
Yep. And don't forget to remind your forgetful grandmother, your aunt, your next door neighbor who always misses this live. Text them right now. Tell them we're live.
Hello. Where are you watching from? Tell us if you're new. This is your first live.
Is this your first live? Oh, type new in the comments. We want to say howdy. Where are you at? What city? What state? What country? What province? What territory? What shire are you watching from this evening?
Wish we lived in the Shire. We kind of do live in the Shire.
Well, it could be a shire.
The Tennessee Shire.
Yeah. Perth, Australia. Hey, Darcy.
Chicago.
I love it. Amy in New York is with us.
Minnesota.
Lisa from Georgia. All right. I love it. Welcome
Will
back.
Berg. This is his first live. Welcome, Will.
Welcome, Will.
All right.
There go the comments.
There they go.
There they go.
Love it. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Absolutely.
Tonight.
Absolutely. We're always glad to hang out with you every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah.
A lot of people get confused all the time. And sorry, Dr. Berry didn't put the timestamp right. So a lot of you were like, why hasn't it started yet?
Sorry about that.
So that's his bad. Hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly. Thanks for the super chat, my friend. Thank you.
All right. So a lot of people are asking how to find you on MeWe. Do you have, is it a username? I don't know a lot about MeWe.
So what I've tried to do on all social media is my handle is Ken D. Berry, MD. So on Facebook, it's KenDBerry.MD, and also Instagram, it's got the dot in it. But everything else is just Ken D as in dog, Berry MD. And so if I'm on that social media, that's my handle. That's how you find me. And I do have a MeWe account. Neisha just made her.
Well, no, I've had it for a while. I'm never on it.
Thanks, Dennis, for the super chat.
There's some stuff posted from 2020 on there.
Yeah.
Been around for a minute.
But we're gonna become much more active on all the other social medias because of today's drama, and maybe making some big changes when it comes to Facebook and Instagram in the very near future.
We're staying over here on YouTube. It's too much fun.
Yeah, we'll be right here on YouTube. What do you guys think about the beard? I wanted to shave it off the other day, and Neisha was like, no, keep it. I love it. Thanks, Ann, for the super chat. You're pretty amazing, too. You guys like the beard, or does the beard need to go? Oh, wait a minute. Teresa loves your earrings.
Thank you. They're old. Hey, Crown of Curls. She was on my live earlier today, too. Hey, y'all, wondering if there's such a thing as carnivore flu, like keto flu. What are the side effects, and what do we do about it?
Yeah, a lot of people, if they transition directly from a standard American high-carb, crap-filled diet to carnivore, they're going to have this flu-like syndrome for 3 to 10 days. It's caused by two things. It's caused by carbohydrate withdrawal. And so if you transition quickly to carnivore, you're probably going to have that. It's going to suck for a few days as your gut bacteria and your brain get used to not living on carbohydrates. And then also you're going to diurese out some fluid. Some people lose anywhere from 3 to 20 pounds of unhealthy fluid that they've been storing on their body because of chronically high insulin levels. And so when you do that, some electrolytes have to go with that fluid because of the way the human kidney functions. And so you need to mind your minerals, mind your electrolytes, and be prepared for 3 to 7 days of withdrawal symptoms.
Lori says, this is a wonderful, informative channel. Beard is lovely, especially going into winter.
Thank you. You guys think I need to go full Santa Claus, or just keep it like George Michael trimmed? Or I was thinking about doing the Viking thing.
Nobody wants that.
What do you guys think if I had like the point?
Nobody wants that.
No, I don't know.
The four-eyed canine. Is there any truth behind red meat being bad for gout or psoriasis? I've had both, and I'm spooked about trying carnivore.
No, it's actually the chronically high blood sugar, insulin, and inflammation levels are what lead directly to exacerbations or flare-ups of both psoriasis and gout. In fact, thousands of people in the carnivore community have used a carnivore diet, as you can use keto or ketovore, to make their psoriasis get 95% better. I've got a YouTube channel about psoriasis if you want to learn more about that and how it actually works. And then gout's the same exact way. Gout comes from too much alcohol, too much fructose, too many carbs, too much inflammation. Having a high uric acid does not mean you have gout. It does not mean you're going to have a gout attack. In fact, many people with severe gout flare-ups have a normal uric acid level. It's not about eating all the things they tell you, avoid shellfish and red meat. That has nothing to do with gout. Those are medical myths.
If you've had gout or psoriasis and you do carnivore and you've seen great results, feel free to put that in the comments.
Please share your story in the comments of how keto, ketovore, carnivore, or fasting has really transformed your health, because people go through and read these comments, and if they see a story that looks like theirs, that may be all the motivation they need, and you could literally change the course of their life by sharing your story. Please do that, please.
Uncle Guns, I take ancestral supplements. How else can I treat my gallbladder pain? Stay blessed.
First thing you need to do, Uncle Guns, is make sure why you're having right upper quadrant pain. Let's not call it gallbladder pain unless you know for sure that's what it is. You need some lab work checked, and you need an abdominal ultrasound to make sure there's nothing else going on in the right upper side of your belly. That makes sense? Then once you know your liver's fine, everything else is fine, then you can call it gallbladder pain. But you need to have that investigated and properly diagnosed if you haven't already done so. And then we can talk about what to do about just gallbladder pain.
Lola is 4 days into her clean baby diet, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs diet. So we're doing a challenge in our private patron group, and it's this. So a lot of people are doing that. If you're still doing it in day 4, drop it in the comments. Super proud of you guys.
Did you get
Christine,
that?
what?
Have you already, is that one coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
Christine, thank you for the super chat. It's the stutter. Mommy does keto. Hey, girl.
Hey, Mommy.
Daughter and I have, I can't pronounce it.
Catecholaminergic.
Wow.
Polymorphic ventricular tachycardia.
Okay. Eating PhD episodes are minimal, but they still happen.
Yep.
Does keto help us?
Yeah, keto or carnivore are going to normalize your levels of inappropriate chronic inflammation and keep your blood sugar and your insulin levels normal. So basically, it comes down to which one you enjoy eating more. Hey, thanks, Jamie Hill, for the super chat.
Yes.
You rock.
We got several doing the baby diet. It's called the baby diet because Dr. Kiltz talks about it, and he's a fertility specialist. And if you're not careful, you'll have a baby if you eat this way for a long enough time. It really helps with fertility. So
yeah, back when I was first recommending keto, that's how I knew there was more to this than just a weight loss hack. I had a 48-year-old woman and a 58-year-old woman, both perimenopausal, periods very irregular, spotty, started eating keto, periods normalized, and they got knocked up. One was happy about that. The other was not happy about that at all. So if you're going to eat a proper human diet and have proper human sex, make sure and use
proper
precautions. That's right.
Hey, Josh is applying to med school.
Hey, Josh.
What tips do you have for someone wanting to enter medical field and promote this lifestyle?
Yes, great question. So, Josh, listen carefully. While you're in med school, shut up. Learn what you need to learn to regurgitate for the tests. Learn what you need to learn to regurgitate on step 1 and step 2 of the boards. Okay, that's your number one goal, is to get through med school. Then when you're in residency, when you're an intern, shut up. Learn everything you can, soak up the knowledge, but keep a private file in the back of your brain that you never speak about of all the foolishness you hear. Okay. Then when you're a second year and a third year, then you can start to teach and beyond that. And then obviously when you're out in practice, you can use everything you've learned here and everything you've learned in med school to really help your patients in a way that the average doctor doesn't even dream of helping their patients. It's going to be a magical journey. You're going to actually enjoy practicing medicine because you know a proper human diet and you also know everything they taught you. And then also in med school or residency, if you see anything that seems like it, meaningful research that directly contradicts anything I'm saying, reach out to me and say, hey, Bubba, you said this, but this study says this. Help me understand what's up. And I'm happy to change my mind if I'm wrong.
Definitely call him Bubba.
Yeah, call me Bubba. I'm used to that. It's okay.
All right. Miss Leslie says, test can I get to prove to my doctor that I am not at high risk for heart disease with my triglycerides at 64, HDL at 62, LDL 222, and my A1C is 4.9.
Ooh.
I eat keto. I don't smoke. I exercise 3 times a week.
So if your doctor knows anything about metabolic health, they're going to know those numbers are splendiferous. A lot of docs are really impressed if you'll say, hey, order a coronary artery calcium scan for me, please. That's a little quick, low radiation CAT scan of your heart, and it looks for blockages, for plaque buildup inside your heart arteries. And if that comes back less than 100, you can show your doctor and be like, dude, calm down, take a breath, okay? Should she call him Bubba too, or just dude? Dude, yeah, stick with dude. Say, dude, calm down. I have no blockages in my heart arteries at all. Take a breath and go do some research.
Let's give a shout out to Miss Danita. We're using keto to fight Alzheimer's. Only into this for 3 weeks. Already we have seen improvements. My husband hasn't fallen 1 time since we began, and he was falling 1 to 3 times a day.
Yep. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Any of you guys, if you have a loved one with Alzheimer's dementia, with Huntington's, with any other form of dementia, please watch my YouTube videos about that. Please read Amy Berger's book, The Alzheimer's Antidote. Please read Dr. Mary Newport's book, the title of which I've forgotten, but you can find it on Amazon. It's about her experience giving coconut oil to her husband with Alzheimer's. You can slow down the progression of dementia just amazingly, a huge amount, by eating a proper human diet and helping your family member understand that.
Fat is very important when you're doing it with Alzheimer's, so
100%.
Don't be scared of fat.
Yep. The same goes Vivid Geste for autism, for ADD, for ADHD, for oppositional defiant disorder. All those things are going to benefit greatly from the ketones that your loved one's body will make when they're eating a high-fat, high-protein, very low carbohydrate, proper human diet.
Somebody said you look like Tony Stark with that beard.
Oh, well, okay, I'll take that. She loves Tony Stark, so thanks for that. Now I'll have to hear that all night.
Tracy says, Ketovore since June, blood sugars were in the 400s, A1C was 10.9. Now, 5.9.
Boom.
Had 2 numbers that were high, proteins 8.3 and
urine micro albumin.
Okay.
So the urine microalbumin means you did do some damage from the previous crazy uncontrolled diabetes, but you are well on your way to completely, you don't have type 2 diabetes anymore. You just have prediabetes now. So congratulations. That's awesome. But if you keep doing this for another 3 months, you will have reversed completely your type 2 diabetes, and you will be a non-diabetic, and you can ask your doctor to pretty please take that out of your medical record because you don't suffer from that any longer.
Gail says, I tried to order the PhD t-shirt and I got an error when I clicked the link.
I'm trying to, that's why I didn't put the links in the show notes tonight, because I'm fighting with Teespring, trying to get them to fix their website. Neisha is looking at a second avenue so we can have soft, wonderfully comfortable and comfy.
The Bella t-shirts that everybody loves.
Yeah, the Bella t-shirts. We're trying to get proper human diet put on those, and then Teespring can suck it if they're not going to fix it.
Yeah, they're being weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Frank. Frank has a thyroid globulin of 78, and he's carnivore. Have a thyroid nodule. It's been biopsied done 10 years ago, and it was negative. Should I worry with this number? Any recommendations? Without
knowing the rest of your thyroid numbers, I can't really comment on that one number in isolation. If you still have a nodule or any kind of a goiter whatsoever, you absolutely either need to be eating the iodine-rich foods I talk about on my YouTube video about that, or using Lugol's 2%, taking 1 drop or 2 drops daily in your liquids. But make sure that you're following up with your doctor about that thyroid issue.
Lisa wants to know, do you have any idea for carnivore snacks? Well, there are actual carnivore snacks. So there's carnivore snacks, and then there's carnivore crisps. Both are freeze-dried meats that are whole in one food ingredient, and they've got salt on them. They're both great. Then you can also just make bacon.
You can make bacon and put it in a Ziploc bag. You can make boiled eggs, put it in a Ziploc bag. And if you want to, you can even take magic markers and write on the Ziploc bag and make it look like a pretty package if you feel like you need a packaged snack. Also, you can buy whatever kind of steak you like the best, cook it perfectly, season it, salt it, and then slice it up into 1-inch strips, put it in a Ziploc bag. You can decorate it and bedazzle the bag, and then break it open and act like you bought it at the store.
Listen, pork rinds are also a good option.
Yes.
Also, we make what we like to call bacon chips, and I'll be doing a video on my channel to show you how we make bacon chips.
Yep.
Best. If you
We've
like
perfected it. It's
yeah,
amazing.
If you like
Yeah.
crispy bacon, this is the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the super chat.
Bud
Viva
Lee.
Geste.
Bud Lee says, within a week of starting carnivore, intermittent fasting, my sugar levels without insulin, my normal's 500 to 600 before a week. After starting, now down to 200 to 250, slowly moving down.
That's it, brother. You're doing it. That's it. You're doing it. I saw somebody asking about MeWe and then somebody asking about Gab. You guys tell me in the comments, where are you going on social media? Yeah, are you moving to MeWe? You moving to locals? Moving to Gab? Where are you going to if you're moving away from Facebook and Instagram? I want to know because we only have so many hours in the day. And so we don't want to be wasting a lot of time on a social media if you guys don't like it or you're not going to be there. So which one is currently your favorite social media? I see MeWe, Telegram, Gab, MeWe. So tell me in the comments, where are you thinking? If you're going to leave Facebook, where are you going to go? Because we want to be able to find you.
Secret wants to know, or she just wants to suggest Discord. Actually, in our Patreon group, we have Discord set up, or it's fixing to be set up.
Yep, we have in our private Patreon community, we have Discourse and Discord that we're working on getting set up so that everybody can chat amongst themselves. We're going to try to make our private Patreon community better than a Facebook group.
It's already better.
Well, I agree, but we're going to try to really just blow it out of the water.
Hey, Skipper Kevin. Hello, Clayton. Thank you for the super chat. Also, there's the Tony Stark comment on this side. Viva, did you talk? You answered that one already about the autism. All right. Ashley says, that's great advice for Josh, the med student. As a massage therapist, I just don't give a darn what anyone else thinks, and the results speak volumes.
That's totally true. Yep.
Roman says, any type of brand of mineral that you would recommend?
Funny you should ask. Keto Chow has this daily mineral dropped that is made completely natural in the U.S. and it's got this guy's
full disclosure. His face is.
I helped them. We worked very closely together to formulate these so that they're very bioabsorbable, and they're a little salty. Some people think they taste bitter. Other people think they're just salty. She thinks they're very bitter.
Everybody thinks they taste bitter.
I put a few drops in every cup of coffee, every glass of water, any liquid I drink. And sometimes I put a few drops on top of a steak because to me they just taste salty. But to her, bitter, is that the word you would use?
Awful.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Good medicine tastes bad.
They work better than anything for muscle cramps so that's why I use them, because they work. So when I was breastfeeding, it was like I was constantly dehydrated. I would get awful leg cramps, and that's the only thing that took care of them. And within seconds, it took care of them. So
there's a link down in the show notes. I think there's a discount attached to that link if you want to try them out.
Yes.
Frank, 2% Lugol's. Don't get the 5%. It's not dangerous. It's just more than you need. You'll pee out the extra. 2% Lugol's and use 1 drop or 2 drops a day, not droppers full. I hear baby Beckett.
Jeff says keto for 1 month, down 16 pounds. Wow, Jeff. Still have brain fog and fatigue, even with electrolytes. Also have severe TMJ. Could TMJ be affecting everything?
It's probably still the chronic inflammation that you're still harboring. You haven't healed yet is what's causing the TMJ. Now, all you guys suffering from TMJ, sometimes you can have a mechanical malalignment. You can have had some dental work done. You might have had an injury earlier in life, like I did. Tripped and fell on a fist. But all those things can lead to TMJ later in life because the TMJ is just a joint, like your knee joint or anything else. But thousands of people have reached out to us and said, my severe TMJ has gotten 99% better eating a proper human diet. Somebody's got to eat a cookie because they said they were going to eat a cookie every time I said proper human diet tonight. I saw it. I see your comments. Don't think I didn't see that.
Kareem says, where's the pink shirt? It's coming. Anyway, I've had people like my folks keep giving me stink eye about being carnivore, but I've been dropping weight, 25 pounds down so far.
When you're down to your ideal body weight and you're rocking the energy, the stink eye will stop and the questions will begin.
You meant your ugly
Yeah,
pink shirt.
yeah.
I thought he meant
I had it
that
on
PhD
earlier today.
pink shirt.
I had it on today for
Yeah.
the first live. Yeah.
That pink shirt has been around a long time, y'all.
Did you guys catch my first live today? This is the second one. I couldn't believe the interview, the whistleblower interview on 60 Minutes. I was like, what? So I just had to talk to you guys about that.
Some weird things going on, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Barry, Jennifer says that you're on one tonight. Did you eat some sugar? It's because he's been worked up about all the things going on. So his adrenaline's cranked up to 100.
Yeah. Today feels like I've been in the ER. Just that adrenaline. Like, oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, what are we going to do? Okay, here's the plan. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Yeah, it's been that kind of day. Plus, I've been taking care of sheep and chickens and quail. Lost a baby quail today. Got its wings stuck.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Willow. Oh no, Willow. Where did you go? Oh no, Willow. Come back.
Yeah, LL Doherty's right. No salt, which is potassium chloride. A lot of people, if the reason you're having leg cramps is low potassium, it fixes it. Yeah, within minutes. What'd you lose?
I lost Willow.
Oh no, Willow.
I'm sorry, Willow. It won't let me scroll back.
You can't go back that far?
No. Willow, I'm sorry.
We'll watch for you in just the regular comments, Willow.
Fully laden swallow, back again. Dr. Ken's beard is as handsome as Neisha's hair. It's stunning. And then his question is, does hypothyroid with a TPO AB of 361 affect A1C? My A1C is stuck at 5.8.
Well, what it's doing is it's affecting your metabolism and slowing it down, slowing your healing down. You definitely have Hashimoto's. There's no doubt about that. But you keep doing what you're doing. Your body's going to keep healing. Your metabolism's going to keep improving. And before long, that 5.8, it'll move. I promise.
Melinda says, best way to treat heartburn during pregnancy while carnivore. Thanks for all you do.
Yep.
The main thing that helped me was sleeping inclined a bit. That helped a lot. Apple cider vinegar, that's going to help a little.
Yep.
You're already doing carnivore, so well done. But try sitting up. You don't have to sit straight up. Just a few inches is usually enough to help while you're asleep.
Yep.
And also it keeps that just re-aggravates it every time you lay down like that.
Flat, yeah. No, I totally agree. And my trick for years, I had 2 red bricks under each head post of our bed. And just to keep the head of your bed elevated an inch or 2 or 3 above the foot. For many people, that makes their heartburn 95% better.
Hey, have you hit the thumb button? Hit the thumb button.
Yeah, hit the thumb button. And you can click the share button. I think it's right here. And share this anywhere on social media that you think it'll do some good.
They don't want to leave. Okay, they want to stay here. Kyle, is it safe to donate blood if I have a history of Lyme disease and other tick diseases?
I think so. But now when you go to give blood, the Red Cross, they'll tell you if that's okay or not. But I'm pretty sure that's okay. I really want to talk about this right here.
Okay, go for it.
Where did it go? Yeah, okay. Serena Moon. My dog has fatty liver and anemia, but my vet doesn't want her to eat raw meat. But I think it will help her. She wasn't on it for long. I think the fatty liver and anemia was from a high-carb diet. Your thoughts? 100%, Serena, you are right, and your veterinarian is wrong. Your dog, and I would slowly transition your pup. If they're on kibble right now, transition a little more red meat every day. That's going to totally fix the anemia if it's from an iron or a B12 deficiency. Now, if they're having occult bleeding somewhere, then that needs to be diagnosed. But then also the fatty liver, when you lower the carbohydrates in your poor dog's diet, the fatty liver is going to go away.
PB says, can pork give you an allergic reaction to the soy that it's been fed?
Probably not, but maybe in a very few people. You guys remember the normal distribution curve? Most people, that's not going to happen. But over here on this tail, there may be a few people that, since pigs are monogastric, right? They just have one stomach compartment. They can't break down the polyunsaturated fatty acids that pigs will store if you feed them inappropriate grains. Some people might react to that, but I think most people would not.
Charles, welcome back, my man. Can eating low-carb keto a few days a week, then maybe do 2 of crap, totally throw off the way your body and brain function?
For those 2 days, yeah. But it's just like if an alcoholic is sober for 5 days and then, goes on a 2-day bender, a 2-day bender is better than a 7-day bender, right? But yeah, you're gonna backslide and you're gonna have some inflammation from that.
First wants to let you know baking soda in her water got her through 2 pregnancies. So you can try that as well. Yeah, that's a great
And another thing, this didn't help Neisha at all, but a lot of my patients, if they would buy real ginger, and plants they make great medicine, although they don't always make great food.
For
heartburn?
heartburn?
For heartburn and for the nausea of pregnancy. Some women, a little slice of fresh ginger root and just suck on that makes their heartburn much better. Some women, it doesn't help at all. Some women, for the morning sickness, it makes it go completely away. For Neisha, it didn't help at all.
Angie, my iron levels are normal, but my iron saturation is low. My vitamin D. I'm on levothyroxine. What can cause low iron saturation?
Many things can cause low iron saturation. It can come from either you're not eating enough iron in red meat and liver. You may not be producing your red blood cells properly in your bone marrow. Or you may be chewing up red blood cells prematurely. It can happen anywhere on that pathway. Keep working with your doctor. Keep doing your research and reading, and you'll figure it out.
Hector says, will the sugar in up to 4 lemons per day hinder my efforts to correct an extremely bad gut flora on strict carnivore? Will it sugar feed the pathogenic bacteria in my gut and delay my gut healing?
Maybe. And again, the normal distribution curve, I don't remember how many carbohydrates are in a lemon, but it's more than you'd think. Look it up. And you might be shocked to see how many carbohydrates are in a lemon. I'd try to wean that down to no more than the juice from 1 lemon a day, because I know a few drops in your water, it tastes amazing. But 4 lemons a day, the juice, I mean, you're basically drinking an orange juice at that point. You're getting a lot of carbs from that.
Sharika says, Dr. Berry, the dairy in butter, is it the same as ghee? I'm wondering if butter gave me acne in the past. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, almost certainly butter did not give you acne, Sharika. It's probably the less fatty dairy that may have given you the acne, or some other foods in your diet back then. Butter is almost pure dairy fat. There's a tiny amount of protein in butter, but not much at all. Ghee is just clarified butter fat. So it has no proteins whatsoever. But for 99.9% of the people on the planet who have acne flare-ups with dairy, it's not from the fat. It's from the proteins and from the carbohydrates. So butter or ghee, either one should be fine and should not flare up your acne. Oh, Granny Berry's watching. You guys, my 91-year-old grandmother who raised me, she took me in to raise when I was 18 months old, is watching this in Alabama at my dad's house on the YouTube machine, as she calls it. Could you guys say hi to my sweet Granny Berry? She loves that when you guys do that.
Melissa says, breastfeeding mom of a 2-week-old. Oh, congratulations.
Oh, sweet.
How can I increase milk production? I was carnivore during pregnancy and went back to the SAD after delivery, but I want to get back to carnivore.
Yep.
So Melissa, the best way to increase your milk production is skin to skin with that baby and do breast to baby for as long as you can. Doesn't mean you can't pump, but that stimulation you get from skin to skin with that baby is going to do you so many favors.
Yep.
Get lots and lots of salt, lots and lots of water, all the electrolytes, but salt is very important. And make sure you're eating enough. Don't be holding back on the food, all right? You need to eat or your body can't make the food. But number one, interact with that baby, skin to skin contact. That's going to stimulate the hormone that promotes letdown.
Yeah, breast pumps are so much better now than they used to be. But would you agree there just is no substitute for that baby nursing on demand and being skin to skin, hearing the cuddles?
Yeah, I would not do timed feedings either. Nurse on demand, at least for the first 6 weeks
100%.
to establish that supply.
Yep.
What that means is anytime the baby wants to nurse, you let the baby nurse. Okay.
Let me get Russell. Russell lost 65 pounds during the last 2.5 years. His A1C dropped from 6.6 down to 5.0. Thank you both for all you do. Thank you for sharing that story with us, Russell. And also, thank you for teaching your friends and family how to reverse their type 2 diabetes too, Russell. Please do that.
James Ortega, should I count the carbs in beef liver, and is 8 to 10 ounces in one sitting too much?
So if you're eating a carnivore diet, I don't think you have to count carbs at all. But if you're eating keto, then you probably should count those carbs towards your carb total for the day. I don't think you can eat too much liver from domesticated animals. they don't have enough vitamin A or any other vitamin or mineral to be toxic unless you're eating 5 pounds a day. That might be a problem. But I think you can have a serving of liver every day if you want it, or you can have a serving of liver once a week, even if you don't want it. You need to grow up and eat your liver. Neisha?
Whatever. Two Real says, how do you lower high GGT and ALT levels in the liver?
Depends on what they're being caused from. If they're being caused from too much alcohol consumption, then you need to stop drinking the alcohol. If they're caused by too much acetaminophen or Tylenol, you need to stop that. If they're caused from fatty liver, then you need to eat a proper human diet, keto, ketovore, carnivore, and reverse your fatty liver. Then they'll go down back to normal and stay there. There are other causes for elevated liver enzymes. Talk to your doctor about the other causes, but if it's caused by fatty liver, you can fix that at home for no copay, no prior approval. Just fix it with a proper human diet.
Noelle has a wonderful story and question. Recovering alcoholic, I've found that keto has helped tremendously. Yep. Any thoughts why that would be? And has anyone done studies on keto and alcohol recovery? I've learned so much from you. Thank you.
I think there may be one study ongoing right now about using a very low carbohydrate diet as a kind of ancillary treatment for addiction. But I've had tons of people reach out to me, and a few drug and alcohol counselors reach out to me and say, when people are eating a low carb diet, it is easier for them to break the habit of other addictions. Yes, we've heard that many times.
Willow, there you are. I'm a new patron member and happy to finally catch a YouTube live doing Ketovore.
Welcome.
And I've lost 21 pounds. Boom. I have Hashimoto's and I'm on Levo, but still not feeling like myself. Should I see an endocrinologist?
Well, the endocrinologist is probably going to keep you on the Levo. You need to call your local pharmacy and ask them the following question. Hi, who prescribes Armor Thyroid or Nature Thyroid in this area? And the pharmacist will say, oh, that's Dr. Brown down on White Street. And then you're going to go make an appointment and go see Dr. Brown and say, could you switch my levothyroxine to Armor? And I think that's where you're going to notice the next step up in improving your health and energy.
All right.
Thanks for being a patron.
Yeah.
By the way, welcome to the tribe.
Frank says he was the one with the antibodies. Dr. Berry, my thyroid levels, other than the globulin, are normal.
Gotcha. And they checked your antibodies as well?
Yeah, that's what he's...
So then probably nothing to worry about.
ST Frito says, what say you, carnivore with no carbs and fasting is good with higher creatinine levels, like 0.94? Your videos have great advice.
Oh, thank you so much. Monitor your creatinine level. If your BUN level is normal and your other kidney markers are normal, then keep eating carnivore and recheck the creatinine level in 3 months. I think you'll find that it's actually improved.
Hello, Granny Berry. All the hellos. Granny, if you're watching, you got a lot of them. Thanks, Sherry. Let's see. Oh, Treasure says, Neisha, your skin looks amazing. Thank you.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
And my skin looks red.
It's been a kind of struggle busing for a few months. Brent says, my father is currently taking levothyroxine and is skeptical of Armor. What would be the benefits of switching to desiccated? Also, I currently have an HDL of 110, triglycerides 32, LDL is 201. Does that mean I'm a lean mass hyper-responsive?
Perhaps it does. I'm not convinced that an LDL of 201 is actually abnormal. I think we've been checking lab values in a sick, hyperinsulinemic population, and they're just going to have lower LDLs by definition. And so I think probably in the next few years, we're going to start re-examining all of the normal lab values, and we're probably going to start recalibrating some of those. And when I say we, I mean the medical community at large.
Okay, and then what are the benefits for his dad to switch from Levo to Armor? Your dad may not
hear it from you because of powdered butt syndrome, but I've got YouTube videos about the difference. Basically, levothyroxine is fake T4, synthetic. Desiccated thyroid has real T4. It also has real T3, T2, T1, and T0, and calcitonin, all of which your thyroid needs for proper function. And so maybe those facts plus watching a couple of my YouTube videos will help him change his mind.
Beth wants to know, is there any reason I would have occasional dizzy spells? I'm 68. I've been carnivore mostly for a year. Only take blood pressure meds vitamin D, and zinc.
Yeah. So probably your blood pressure is running too low right now. Check it twice a day when you're calm and relaxed. You probably don't need as high a dosage of blood pressure medicine anymore. You've effectively improved your blood pressure to the point where now it's getting low, and that's that dizziness. Keep up with it for a couple of weeks, and if you see that it's consistently a very low number, then talk to your doctor about decreasing or stopping that blood pressure medicine.
You could need to increase your electrolytes as well.
Yeah, it could be that you need more electrolytes and more salt.
Be checking your blood pressure.
That's right.
Absolutely. Where did that go? That was a good one. Ralph says, I love this, Ralph. I have Hashimoto's. Carnivore diet has reduced my symptoms immensely.
Yep.
I almost feel normal again.
Yep.
Preach.
Yep.
Preach.
Anybody
preach.
with hypothyroid or Hashimoto's, you got to try 90 days of the carnivore diet.
Leslie says, have you heard of the book Parkinson's Protocol?
I have not, but I'll check it out.
Let's write that one down.
I'll check it out as soon as this live is over.
Carrie wants to know, I don't have a thyroid. Should I take Armor?
You need to be taking some kind of hormone replacement, and it would be much preferable for you to take Armor Thyroid or Nature Thyroid or WP or NP instead of Synthroid or levothyroxine.
Hey, Jesse, thank you so much. Alberto wants to know, do you have tips for gaining weight while trying to build muscle? I have a very high metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
I find it very hard to gain weight. Mm-hmm. Ectomorph.
Yeah.
Same, brother.
I used to have this problem when I was 20. I no longer have this problem. But there's two types of weight you can gain. You can either gain muscle and bone density, and you do that by lifting very, very heavy weights and eating lots of fat and protein. If you want to gain fat, Alberto, eat carbs. You'll gain fat. So, but with that being said, I used to work out hard in my 20s. I worked out like a dog and ate lots of protein, and I could not gain an ounce of muscle. It was just, that was my life. And many of the professional bodybuilders you see, they were just like that. And they now are muscled up, but it's because of
wink, wink.
Other things that they did as part of their training regimen.
Lisa wants to know, if I use the mineral drops, do I still need electrolytes and magnesium drops?
Probably not the electrolyte drops, because the mineral drops have electrolytes in them, but you might want to still use some magnesium drops at bedtime if they help you sleep.
All right. Hector says, question, should suet be consumed in most abundant quantities over any kind of fat for its nutritional properties? And number 2, is bone broth fat nearly as nutritious as suet? Yeah,
suet just pure fat. And I think there's lots of nutrition in any kind of animal fat. I don't think you should be consuming it like a food, but cooking with it, putting it on top as a condiment, I think is perfectly appropriate and fine. And then bone broth is going to have more of some nutrients and not as much of other nutrients, but bone broth and suet plus lots of fatty meat.
Y'all, I think we broke a record tonight. We have 2,200 people watching on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's a
record.
Yep.
Way to go. Yep. Y'all hit the thumb. Good job.
Excelente.
Hey, here is a awesome comment from Jess. Jess loves salads, and she makes her own salad dressing with olive oil and balsamic. Balsamic is their better choice, yes, and you're going to be freaked out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Bacon grease. Mm-hmm. I'm not kidding.
Just shut up and try it. Just try it.
Warm it up just a little. It doesn't have to be hot. Just liquid form. I'm telling you.
Yep. When I was a kid, my granny would pick watercress, which is a spicy kind of little salad green, and she would wilt it with hot bacon grease. So she would have the fresh watercress salad and pour the very hot bacon grease, and it wilts the salad.
Just a little.
Which sounds bad, but it's, oh my God, it's not.
It's
and then
the
you stir
best
it up,
salad dressing.
You salt it.
Yeah, put some salt on there too.
Put some
little pepper, some
Redmond's,
seasoning salt, like whatever seasonings you want on there.
Yep.
And go to town on that salad.
Yes.
If you're going to eat a salad, throw some bacon grease on
100%.
it. You're welcome.
Yes.
Terry says, I am a 42-year-old male, 6'1", muscular build, down to 280 from 570.
Man.
290 pounds down.
That is so awesome.
Let's take a moment.
Let's everybody give Terry a thumb up for that. Yes,
that deserves
amazing.
So many thumbs up.
Beautiful,
all right,
beautiful.
So he wants to know, can autophagy help with the skin, or am I definitely looking at having removal to tidy things up?
Maybe, maybe not. Watch my YouTube video about this. I've got one about loose skin after weight loss. Take pictures right now in your underwear. Don't post it, but just take them and save them on your phone. Start doing at least 18, if not 20 hours of intermittent fasting every day, and then maybe a 3-day fast once a week or a 5-day fast once a month. And it's going to take a year, okay, because you got a lot of extra skin. But in a year's time, take another picture in the same draws, but hopefully you've washed them, between. But then compare those two pictures, and you're going to be amazed at how much autophagy has shrunk your loose, redundant skin. So then after a year, if you're like, dude, that's not enough, then you can talk to the plastic surgeon. But we've had hundreds of people who told the plastic surgeon to go play golf because they didn't need them.
Terry, do you see all this love in the comment section for you?
Look at this, Terry. This is all for you right here.
Way to go.
Keep it up.
So proud of you. All right. KC says, I'm doing the Patreon challenge, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs only. Feeling really good. But is it normal to get heartburn after I'm drinking my water, and how much water should I be drinking?
Yeah, you're probably drinking too much water. Okay. A lot of people, millions of people around the world think that it's somehow magically healthy to force drink water when you're not really thirsty. Stop doing that. Don't do that. If you're thirsty, drink water. If you're not thirsty, you don't have to drink. Your body will not allow you not to drink water if you truly need it. Okay, but if you drink too much and expand your stomach, you're going to have some reflux. Then you're going to have some heartburn pain.
Susanna is a new patron. Welcome.
Welcome.
Would neutropenia improve on carnivore? I was previously RV and very undernourished and underweight.
If it's from the undernourishment, 100% within 3 months, it'll be fixed. Now, there are other causes of neutropenia. So work with your doctor on those. But if it's just from the undernutrition, yeah, you're going to have normal neutrophil count in 3 months.
All right. Here, Jackie says, my daughter has autism and chronic constipation. What foods are best for her to eat?
Fatty meat and veg. Yeah, 100%. And you can make this transition slowly. You don't have to do it overnight, because I know for some kids on the spectrum, that can be very disturbing and upsetting. Make very slow, gradual changes so that she's eating a proper human diet, which is full of delicious fatty meat that's salted to taste. If she wants some veg, that's fine. If she doesn't want any veg, she can eat just all fatty meat and eggs. That's totally fine. But that's going to probably improve her autism symptoms, and it's going to fix the constipation.
2,300 people.
Dang.
Y'all. Boom.
Somebody must have shared this.
I know. Ben wants to know, I'm a newbie. Love your show. I need to lose 40 pounds before I turn 50.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
Where should I begin? I want to do keto. I don't have any allergies.
He says he's doing keto.
It doesn't say he or she.
Want to do keto. Yeah. So if you're eating a standard American diet right now, or even a high carb paleo diet, then if you go very low carb keto, under 20 total grams a day, not net carbs, but total carbs a day, the weight's going to start to come off quicker than you probably ever imagined it could. If you want it to come off even faster, you can do our 90-day beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge, where you eat nothing but meat and eggs for 90 days, and it'll come off even quicker. But there's no need to rush. You don't have to do that unless your 50th is coming up pretty quickly, because all you guys need to hear this. You can be a sexy, slim, muscular 50-year-old, or you can be a fat, miserable, tired 50-year-old. Both of those things is possible. You get to choose by every bite of food you put in your mouth. That was good. Write that down.
Thank you, Mega Platypus. A good name.
Mike Ramsey says, hey, Granny Berry.
All right. Lisa wants to know, my doctor wants me to stay on statins, risk for plaque formation in my brain leading to a vascular dementia. My mom and grandma both had Alzheimer's diagnosis. What do you say?
So which one?
Lisa.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of evidence that shows that statins can actually worsen the symptoms of dementia. You need to keep doing your research, keep reading, keep learning. Some studies actually show that statins might improve dementia. It just doesn't make any physiological sense how that's possible. I suspect that a lot of that research was funded by the drug companies that make statins. So if it were my elderly relative, I would throw the statins in the damn garbage. But obviously that's not medical advice. You're going to keep having a discussion with their doctor about that. Now, before we go any further, I've got something I need to do.
2,400.
2,400?
Y'all!
I need to.
This is a record.
Hey.
Write this down.
Hey, Owen.
On 10-4, everything's going to be
Hush.
okay. 10-4.
Owen, are you there? Hi. How you doing, Owen?
Who's Owen?
His mom said to say hi to
Oh.
Owen.
Okay. Did you know today was 10-4? 10-4?
10-4.
10-4, good buddy.
10-4, good
And
buddy.
we're breaking records over
I've been
here.
told by truckers who should know that you shouldn't really say good buddy anymore.
Oh.
That's I think you
Well,
remember the handkerchiefs last night?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah.
We were
Well,
watching
it was on TV.
Show, okay. It was in a TV show. Don't.
Rhonda's in Nevada. She's watching. I wonder if she shared this.
Sarah, thank you. Lindsay said, hey, Lindsay, GABA, the vitamin, thoughts for stress and anxiety. Do you think there are any interactions like someone with sleep apnea? I'm sorry, I'm so excited about the 2,400 people. Or Lamictal?
Yeah, so I don't think there's any interactions. I'll tell you about GABA. I've actually tried GABA because I've been biohacking for years. GABA, for some people, for anxiety and even insomnia, works like magic. For other people, it doesn't really help at all. It's very safe to try it. I would buy it from Puritan.com. I don't get a penny for that, but they have very reputable supplements. And try the GABA. Try it for a month and see if you can tell a difference. I tried it for sleep to try to get better sleep and also have better dreams. Some people have really vivid dreams with GABA. I couldn't tell I had either one of those.
Kevin, you can eat as many sticks of butter as you want.
On mine, YouTube blocked that comment. I had to allow it.
What? I didn't know.
Oh, maybe he always put it over and over. Oh, okay.
You're getting hidden.
Yeah, you're
Kevin.
spamming, Kevin.
I can see you, though. Don't worry.
What are your thoughts on a high-carb diet? Nut Archery says, I've been on one for quite a while and feel great. I think for a small percentage of the human population, typically those people who are young and very metabolically resilient, they can live on Doritos and Twinkies and drink Pepsi Cola and seemingly do great. But I would caution you, Nut Archery, to have your C-peptide and your fasting insulin checked because you might be shocked to find out that you're not quite as great as you think you are. Good question.
Matt Liz, is there any difference between dark meat or white meat chicken nutrition-wise?
Yeah.
Dark meat's tastier.
Yeah, dark meat is a little higher in fat than the white meat. It also just tastes a whole hell of a lot better.
I've had several people in the comments that want to know when you and Saladino are going to have a little live debate.
Yeah, I was thinking about messaging him today. I'm totally
a friendly debate.
Well, we're not going to debate. We're going to discuss because I love him and I agree with 97% of everything that comes out of his mouth. There's just a few little things we disagree on. So I definitely don't anticipate it being a debate or an argument.
No,
but I think we should. I'll reach out to him after this live. Let me write that down and see if we can have him on and we can discuss honey and fruit and all things carnivore and not carnivore.
Keto Fit Gal, hey girl, hey.
Dr. Salad
Eno, which is not as ironic as it used to be. Do you know a D and K supplement that doesn't have any sugar in it or in the gel cap?
We actually buy one off Amazon. You have to read the ingredients very carefully. You can find one that's sugar-free. You can find one that's in a gel cap, and the gel cap, you can find it if you look for it that has olive oil, hopefully.
They have
fingers
MCT
crossed.
oil as well.
Yeah, MCT oil and olive oil as the oil instead of canola or soybean. But everybody taking any kind of gel cap, you got to be very careful. They will put canola or soybean in there because it's cheap. You got to read the ingredients.
B Moon says live debates. Let's go. Yeah, I know, right?
I love Saladino. We're not going to fight.
It's not going to be. I'm hyping it up a little more than it probably needs to be. But unknown entity said, what would you suggest for my 18-year-old cousin who has borderline hyperthyroidism and always hungry? She's a female. Yeah,
so either she has hyperthyroidism or she doesn't. If she has not seen an endocrinologist yet, she needs to see an endocrinologist ASAP. Because if she's having those symptoms and her numbers are high, she needs a specialist. Yeah, hyperthyroid is a completely different animal than hypothyroid.
Rob wants you to make a BBBE video.
I already got one. It's called Extreme Weight Loss Hack. Or one of those. It may be challenge. I don't know. But yeah, it's like lose 50 pounds or extreme weight loss.
Well, you need to put BBBE
in
the title.
I'll put that in the title. Yep.
Michelle, hey Michelle, just got out of the hospital with supraventricular tachycardia, 180. Also had severe ADD and asthma. Back on keto, I feel like there's no hope for my ADD health.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say, a lot of women and men that I talk to that have ADD or anything that has mood or mental health in there, and you're still not seeing results, you need to eat fat. You need to eat a lot of fat, good quality fat. Fat is
Animal
so
fat.
important.
Animal fat.
And that, just try to up that fat and see how that goes. And get your electrolytes and your salt and like all that good stuff too. But get the fat in.
I totally agree.
Cut out some of the veggies because some vegetables that are inflammatory can cause issues with that as well. So try Ketovore and keep that fat up.
Yep. And two things. I have ADHD. I still have ADHD. Ask my wife. She'll tell you. Okay. But two things have really helped.
So much better.
My symptoms are very high fat carnivore. And so today I had 2 pounds of ground beef, 70-30, cooked in butter and bacon grease both. And then I had about 7 slices of really fatty bacon. You guys ever notice at the grocery, you gotta judge the bacon.
Yeah, they're getting stingy on fat.
Yeah, you gotta watch, or you'll get home and it's not enough fat. But then also structuring my life so that it's okay for me to flip from thing to thing to thing to thing. And so I just live my life this way. I'll work on this video.
That's easy for you to say.
It is, but it took me years to get my life structured like that. But even when I was practicing full time, I would have this clinic full of patients, but I would go talk to this patient with hypothyroid, then this patient with hypertension. You see how that just that was perfect for me. I wrote my note and I forgot about that patient and went to the next patient. But so now I'll work on a video, then I'll go take care of the sheep, then I'll come back and I'll proofread some on the book, then I'll go take care of the chickens, and then me and Becky. I just constantly. But if you structure your life and also don't look at it as a disability, I actually think it's a superpower if you're able to structure your life around it, because you can get a lot of shit done, a lot of stuff. But you're never going to just sit down on one task and just do it for the next 12 hours. Your brain's not made like that.
Charles says, can't wait for your live with Dr. Boz tomorrow. 2,500 people watching, almost 2,600. What is happening?
Holy crap.
So tomorrow you will be live here on YouTube with Dr. Boz.
Yeah, on her channel.
Great and powerful Boz. On her channel.
Great and powerful Boz.
She's great. We love her. Yeah. So that'll be fun. That'll be on Dr. Boz's channel.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Oh, Maria, this is her first live. Hey, Maria from Maryland. Awesome. Welcome. Anybody else new?
Where do I find the 90-day meat and egg diet? Do you have that?
Well, that's the triple B and E.
Oh, okay. So it's on YouTube.
Yeah. And so it's Extreme Weight Loss Hack, but it also inside of our Patreon community. There's a link down below if you want to become part of the tribe. We're doing that challenge right now in our Patreon group. Let me answer. Who is this right here? Vita Maria DeBellis says, get off Facebook. We will follow you wherever you go. Do you guys agree with Vita Maria? Should I delete my Facebook page and just use other social media? I'm
not even on there much anyways anymore.
I'm really not.
I put most of my effort into YouTube.
Like
2,600!
As a consumer on Facebook, like consuming content, I'm maybe on there 3 minutes a day. I post everything there to help you guys, but I don't consume Facebook like I used to. Yeah. So you guys think I should get off or stay on Facebook and try to help the people there too?
I think most people are on YouTube that are on Facebook anyways, honestly. G Dirt says, can you tell me why blood sugar goes low sometimes after a high carb breakfast? I'm pre-diabetic, but on no medications. Also goes low on low carb sometimes.
Yeah, the reason it goes low on a high carb breakfast is when you eat the high carb breakfast, it turns into sugar, right? Your blood sugar starts to spike. You're going to be insulin. You ready? Then your insulin. So here goes the blood sugar, and your insulin is like, holy crap. And it starts spiking to pull that down, and it pulls your blood sugar down, but then it pulls it too low, and you have a low blood sugar. You crash. That's right. And it happens about an hour or two after you've had that breakfast. The reason it doesn't on low carb now is because you're predominantly still eating high carb. When you convert completely to a low carb diet, that was good. You were good insulin. When you convert completely to a low carb diet, very low carb, well under 50 total grams of carbs a day, you'll stop having the hypos. They'll just stop happening.
Somebody just said the best thing ever. They didn't say it exactly like this. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
Facebook is the carbs of social media.
I love it. I love it. Somebody today
funny.
messaged me and said that Facebook is the alkaline water of social media.
I like
thought that was pretty funny.
Terry, thanks everyone. Doc and Neisha have taught me more than a bachelor in science and kinesiology with a minor in anatomy and physiology. I started with lies my doctor told me.
Thank you so much for that.
Christmas is coming. You can buy that book for somebody.
Good. So if you know somebody that would like to improve their health, there's this little book. Just a thought, just throwing it out there for Christmas.
Shameless
Maybe a Christmas present for your doctor.
Listen, if y'all knew how much freaking drama went into that book. I didn't see this man for a year and a half, basically. So support us by buying that book and we will love you forever. Elizabeth says, I'm 6 days in.
Oh, that's it right there.
Don't say that.
I got to say it.
Elizabeth says 6 days into beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, straight from the SAD diet. The thought of eating the last 2 days makes me sick. Any thoughts? You came straight from SAD, sister. So
you're going to have some withdrawals. And a lot of people, they're not used to the hunger, the satiety signals that their body gives them. And it's usually, is this a woman?
Yes.
It's usually women. They will actually have nausea when they eat a diet that's rich in healthy fat and healthy protein, lots of vitamins and minerals. They actually feel the satiety. It feels like nausea because they're not used to it. And it takes a few days. That'll go away. The withdrawal symptoms that you're having from your previous carb addiction, that's going to go away. And you're going to feel amazing by day 7 to day 10. Keep it up.
Sherry says non-scale victory, years-long migraines and tinnitus are almost gone since going Ketovore. I can't remember the last time I had a migraine or the high-pitched ringing.
If any of you guys suffer from migraine headaches or you know somebody, you care about somebody who does, I've got YouTube videos about this. Migraine headaches are just 95% caused by eating too many carbs in your diet. Once you stop the sugars, the grains, and the seed oils, the migraines just go away. I used to have a migraine back when I was eating.
We have super tests to get to.
So okay. But this is important. I had bad migraines. I would have 1 or 2 or 3 a month. Now, when was the last time I had a migraine? You even remember? It's
when I was pregnant, I think.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years. It's been over 2 years because you were pregnant. Yeah. And then now when I do have a migraine, I take 2 ibuprofen. It's gone, and it's nothing. And they used to be day enders for me.
Thank you, Sherry, for the super chat. Thank you, Mike. He wants to share. I've been Ketovore for a year. I'm down 40 pounds, down from 42 to 38 size pants. Eczema and joint pain are completely gone. Thank you for all you do. Good job, Mike.
Well done, Mike. Well done.
We love you.
Now teach your friends.
Thanks, Rebecca. Y'all, 2,700 people. What?
Wow. That's a record, right?
That's more than a record.
That's what I was thinking.
It's more than a record.
That's what I was thinking.
Crazy. What's happening? I love
it.
You
guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Yeah. Y'all would be great on Rumble. Are you on Rumble?
I thought I was, but maybe I'm not. I'm going to check. I've got a list of to-dos over here. Rumble. Yeah, I'm going to check on that. I know that all of my YouTube videos are archived on Odyssey and on Library TV. I know for a fact they're there. Every time I upload to YouTube, it also goes to Odyssey and Library TV. But, BitChute, that's the other one. Yeah, all my videos are archived on BitChute as well. But I guess I need to, do I need to set up a Rumble? Do any of you guys watch Rumble?
I've had several people say Rumble. Yeah. Okay. Be everywhere. Just be everywhere. Rumble would be great. Yeah, we're on Rumble.
All right. Okay.
Carla wants to know, can carnivore help with hyperthyroidism?
Hyperthyroidism, you need to see an endocrinologist. The hyperthyroidism, modern medicine manages it very well. It's just the hypo that doctors get so wrong. So, yeah, if you have hyperthyroid, you need to be seeing your doctor and your specialist.
I might go to Rumble. There's live streaming over there. I love live stream. Jazzy, hey girl. I notice when I go to low on carbs, I get dizzy and I just don't feel that great.
Yep, more salt, more electrolytes. That's exactly what's going on, because when you go super low carb, you're losing water in a good way, not a bad way. And electrolytes and salt are having to go with that water. So bump up your salt, bump up your electrolytes.
Yeah, Rumble. I just like the name Rumble.
Yeah, it's a good name. I'll check out Rumble as soon as this live's over. I'll get busy.
Me too. Not Bumble.
This is important. Kelly Towner says, can a type 1 diabetic get off insulin with carnivore diet? No. If you're a type 1 diabetic, you don't make any insulin. That by definition, that's what it is. What you can do as a type 1 diabetic on a carnivore diet is have a normal A1C, which most type 1 diabetics don't even know what that is. Number 2, you can use 80 to 90% less insulin. Number 3, you can prevent all of the heinous complications and medical maladventures that come with being a type 1 diabetic. That's what you can get with carnivore as a type 1 diabetic.
Okay, we got one more question here, Jay. My son has moderate depression, severe gluten intolerance, and is unable to work more than 3 days a week. What are your suggestions?
Yeah, stop all sugars, added or natural. Stop the grains, all the grains. All the grains got to go. Stop the vegetable seed oils and stop all the liquid dairy. If you do that and fill up his diet with fatty meat and a little bit of veg and a few berries, and he eats till he's full, every bit of that's going to get better.
And lots of fat.
Lots of fat on the meat, absolutely.
All right, guys, that's about to wrap it up. We got closing statements.
Let's see. So we had 2,700 people watching tonight, and we tried to answer every question we could, but we couldn't, right? But if you really want to get your question answered, you can become part of our private, protected Patreon community. There's a link in the show notes. Sign up. If you sign up, you can be a $1 a month, $3 a month, $5 and up. But for $3 a month, you're going to get access to 2 additional lives, just like this one with me and Beautiful here, answering your questions. And on this live, we had 2,739 people watching. On the average live inside the private Patreon group, we have about 100 people, maybe 200 watching. So we're able to answer every question in detail, in depth. And we don't miss any. So if you've got questions you really need to answer to, consider becoming a patron.
Let's get Danita real quick, and then we're going to go. Danita wants to know, how can I avoid pressure from my family of jelly and pie makers? Just, you got to go your own way, just like Fleetwood Mac says, all right? You got to stay on your path and let that stuff go, because they can't affect you if you don't let them affect you.
This might help. This is a little bit of ninja strategy. Ask your family when you guys are all sitting around the table with the jelly and the syrups and the pies, say, guys, if I was an alcoholic, would any of you guys make me a drink when I come over and say, here, I made you a Bloody Mary? And they're all going to be like, no, we would never do that. That would be terrible. Then you're going to say, well, let me tell you something. I am a carbaholic. And you may think that's funny, but some people think alcoholism is funny too, but it's not funny to me. And so please, when you know I'm coming over, don't set the fresh jelly out. Don't set the fresh pie out, because you're tempting me to eat something that I'm addicted to that's very unhealthy for me. Maybe they'll get that analogy. Maybe. If not, then I don't know what to tell you.
All right, guys, that's it. If you're a patron, we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 6
I'm
p.m.
so worked up because we had so many viewers.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, we'll be live just like this in our Patreon group. There's a link down below. You're welcome to join us if you want to. If not, we'll see you next Monday night at 7 p.m.
Central Standard Time.
That's right. All right.
Set your alarms.
Love you, mean it.